So this is like a basic Spartan intro. You have lots of things you can do. You have gear, you have weapons, basic starter pack, you have refines, and then you have these modules that are equipped. You want to try to get these refines on the modules to be the same as what you currently have on your gear. As you can see, if you look at the modules, this lantern might not have Tenacious on it, but because I have Tenacious on my coat, it still counts. How do you check that? You go up here and it'll actually tell you what you currently have on your modules for stuff. So for instance, I have a 5.76 player damage reduction somewhere on a module, but I'm not utilizing it. So it shows a 0 right there. Something like we were talking about earlier, Tenacious. I do have Tenacious on my coat. So since I have some of it on my modules, it gives me 24%, which is an additional 203 Tenacious. And that is true for your simple refines like attack. I have 140% worth of attack on my modules if I add them all up. You can see the percentages, and some of those, even though they're like green or blue, I want to make this one all all orange, so I would save any module by locking it that I may want to use later, and I would build it. So this one right here is equipped. These are the other ones I have. So I could take something like this and improve it by adding a blue or a purple that also has things that I want, like precision or attack in this case. These also have attack, and this one has attack. So I could try to take this and try to get this onto here without losing that. Right? In this case, it's not better. It's garbage. So I'm just going to keep it. And I can try again. Something else. Learn it. Now it got rid of my gear damage bonus for that and that. So this would not be good. So even though it says it has a higher power, it still hurts my overall player because this adds 11% penetration and 7 attack. Power is not the important thing. It's the refines that you have. So I'm going to keep the original, even though it says not. Same thing with each and every module. Make sure that you build it up. Gold, blue, green, whatever. Make sure you build it up with stuff that you want to use. So for this one, for instance, let's say I wanted to try to get better HP and get improvement. Instead of using this stuff to upgrade it, I wouldn't do any of that. I would go to learn, and I'd find one that I've kept or I've held on to that might have some significance to me. And I'm going to try to unlock it and learn it. So if I replace either of these oranges, I'm going to deny it. Let's see what happens. See, it gets rid of one orange, adds a purple, but it's lower, so I'm going to keep the original. So you are going to not always get what you want. You can build them up, try to make things better on them. So that's just the simple on that. The other thing you have is your gear modifications. These you can forge and level up with the red books. It tells you when you can reforge and if you're ready. you're upgrading, so this is where you could use your prime stones and upgrade it, and it shows you what your stats would be if you improve it. Combat abilities, so you want to make sure that you use those, max them. Talent modifications, this one you get the prospecting coins, and what you want to do is you save them up. I typically do 10 at a time, and then prospect, and it shows you what you can potentially get in each of the regions. You also have the Lumicore one, you can just click on it. And again, I like to save it up to 10 to get it all done at once. And back out of that. With these talent modifications, you have, take note that right here I have the Golden Crow Feather. Gives me 150 attack and 100 defense at 5 stars. Now if I go to, let's say, a blue, or what the game would consider a less likely one, it gives me 800 attack for having it completely maxed out. So keep note that even though it's gold and shiny, or even purple in some of these cases, the ones that you can fully max up are always going to really benefit you the most. And just keep starting them up, building them up as you go, and higher and higher and higher and higher. And it does show you right here in this thing your potential and what it adds for you by increasing these on the stars. And it does also show you the number. The next thing is gene modification. Simply click these gene serums from the Research Gene Lab. Also make sure to do your alchemy labs for free. Treasure hunt coins and potential rewards as well. Legendary crafting stuff and refine tools, which we need. You have the moving maze, which most have already completed, but that also gives you rewards if you haven't completed it. Joint hunt. Joint hunt gives you access to more modules. You can stack up to 3. Right there it tells you. Training ground. If you're not already max level, then you can go here. You can get your monster kills for your dailies, or things of that nature, or also use it for XP to level up. Salvation Town is, we'll get there in a minute. Monster Invasion is a camp activity. Get you repair materials, which are very kind of nice. And you can also get camp rewards. Right here, you get medals and stuff that you can redeem at the camp store. The next thing we'll look at is camp skills. These are from actually doing camp stuff. So what you can do with that is just keep leveling them up with your camp contributions. So that's why it's important to do those. Helps out the camp, also helps you out. Lumicores, remember those are the ones we get from prospecting. If you look at each down here, you got head, arms, torso, legs, hands, and feet. So whether you're using a gun or a melee weapon, we'll get to that in a second, but each one of these different things has, if you hit this little gray info button, it'll tell you kind of like what to have together. So like 3 purples and 1 blue is going to be better than 3 blues, stuff like that. And then ultimately you get to the all gold ones, but even if you don't have all gold, you have like purple and some, you can still put in the corresponding lumicores to match and get a bond effect, and that just adds to the successful activation for each, attack, defense, HP, that kind of stuff. Additionally, you want to upgrade these. You can upgrade them with other limicores of less importance, any color you want. If you have one that you're replacing with, like, say, a gold one of that same type, you can. It'll actually let you. It'll show it here. Level 8 blue or level 4 purple, and it will give you experience to level up. Let's say a new gold one you might have had. Additionally, the gold ones may all look the same, but they are not. So when you look at them, you have some that are just the regular legendary type, and then you have others that are the mythic type. At a quick glance, there's no real great way to see the difference, but they are different ones, and they offer different third attributes. So, and this one offers player damage reduction. This one over here, the same type, but it offers crit. So just keep an eye on which ones you have. Different legendary or mythics. This one adds precision. This one adds precision damage. This one offers bounce. And then these are just regular legendary. The stones and the hearts. Hearts more for weapon gun users. And then I would recommend the square looking ones. Or type triangle, it says up here, but they look square. If you are using like a melee weapon or a cold weapon. You have your passive skills. You can select up to 4. If you want it to increase, you have to unlock more of them and level those up, and that will let you move up and get a higher percentage. But once you max it out, you have to unlock more and level those up in order to get higher and higher and higher in this tier. For the passive skills. And then we also have Island Terminal. So that's something where you can finally use those blue and gold chip looking things. Let me see if... Yeah, these things right here. The bionic data chips and these ones. Hold on to them, I guess, for now if you're maxed. Here's your mount. So when you level them or star them, it gives you bonus. An overall bonus for it. If you want to read that, you can pause and watch that. Companions also give you all overall score and give you attribute bonuses. There. And then the last one here is energy chips. So this micro reactor is where you can use really any, but I would recommend just using your blues or things of that nature, like your blue mounts that are already maxed. It's only going to let you use pieces of mounts that you've already maxed out. This one right here, the ion capacitor, you recharge that. This one takes epic purple ones or above. And then this is the vector transformer up here. This one only takes legendaries, so once you max a legendary mount, then and only then can you charge that. The next thing you have here is your hovercraft on the list. You can unlock him in the journey. Once you do, you just keep leveling them up with stabilizers here. First class, there's 3 classes that it offers, and you can utilize whichever one you want. You can go through that and look at it, and it does give an attribute, hovercraft, and then it gives a battle assist, and then any awakening attributes and extra attributes. So it does give you some benefit. I like to sit in ancient training, and this little guy will just take out any of the plain monsters in the journey board, and it'll also take out any monsters in the ancient training ground. So if I come here, the point of this, there you go if you want to read it, the point of this is to get these little journey points, which you can redeem in here to get more stuff for your hovercraft guy. Once you've unlocked it, right here you get 10 of these. Once you unlock them, then you can start leveling stuff in the shop. You have regular tasks and cumulative tasks that it recommends you to do to get bonus stuff. The explosion coins, or how many you have, or how many tries you get. You get 10 every day. They'll stay until the event is over. But what I was getting at with hovercraft, if I go to do one of these, and you beef these little guys up, they do passive damage along with the terrain. So I'm not even attacking, and between the two of them, they're just going to keep this guy down. Yours may not be that strong, you can just attack as well. But it's important to get these journey points so you can level them up, and gives you more passive attributes as well as him in fighting. The next thing you can do is take down tiles. Come into your firearms. If you have those, you can upgrade your attachments and stuff like that by combining them. You can upgrade them as well with firearm components and carbons, and that's how these will get better. And it shows you kind of like their attributes. Here's the equipping attachments on here, and what it lets you do is it just shows you any you have you can combine. Can I store those here? So you can see as I level them and combine them, I just make them bigger and bigger. These ones looks like we can combine those. Boom. I have 2 5s. We're going to combine that. And that's going to turn into a 6. Right? So you keep doing that for your weapons. The next thing you have is mount improvements. Now this is your core score, or your bio core. That's going to give you not only bonds from equipping certain mounts together, you can also modify them with these from doing Team Arena, and max them out, and they give you additional attributes. These go directly to your player as far as these attributes that affect you. So these are all good things to have. Then you have the Type 1 experimental core. So the intact core, they call it, will take any of them, even the little blue guys here. Let's see if I can find one for you. Even these little blue mounts. Maybe I have some. Yeah, right here, like the Wasteland Rabbit. It'll take any of these. The experimental core, however, will only take your epics. It won't take the blue ones anymore. And then this one, your Type 2 experimental core, will only take legendary mounts, and only legendary mounts that are evolved 3 or higher. So you can see I have all these ones, but I don't have any of these. And it gives you all of this 30 in my case here. Look at all the stats it gives you. Also, each of the mounts, most of them offer bond effects that also help you, so keep an eye on those and keep bonds. This guy only adds extra space in your backpack. Next thing we have is companions. You see you have companion or combat team, companions, assistance team, and combat blessing stones. So the first one is combat team. You want to try to get companions as your main 4 that have a bond of some sort that you want to use. Up to you what you want to do. Each companion will, if you click on it, it'll show you these little bonds and who has what bond. So if you wanted to use someone else, and you have that person, it shows you what they're going to offer you for bonding and starring and putting them together. You can also get these bonds in the assistance teams. So you can see it right here. I get all that just by having all these people together. Second slot, you get those. Third slot, force slot, etc. You get all these bonds, so you want to try to keep the people together in here that bond, and it's going to give you more effectiveness if you have higher power and starred companions in your main for combat team. It'll give you a bonus, it says right here. And those give you battle assist attributes as well. The next thing, survival profession, that's just gathering and stuff. It increases the max stuff you can gather. Let's see, customization. You can customize with your titles here. You can go through skin with your weapons and get weapon skins, and they give you attributes. You get more of those to increase them, and you have your gear skins, which you can put on, and you can ascend those as well, and that's going to increase all the different attributes. So the more stars. Some of the newer legendary equipment didn't have, only has 3. The newer legendary skins offer 4. So parry rate's on here, but no parry rate on there, and also the attack is lower, right? 210 versus 120, and they're both maxed. So that's also something that take into account. Now the last one you have is just as an effect. You can put whatever effect you want if you buy them or get them. Then we have your things up here, right? So you can get stuff by watching ads, rare mount boxes, stuff like that. Rains every day, just watch them all. So time chests you can get, and you can get prizes for those as well. Get enough of them, you can get crystals, superior mount companions, VIP. Then you have your daily, your survivor pass. Here's your level rewards for doing daily tasks. This one's $9.99. This one's like $19.99, and it gives you different things as you do your daily tasks. So those are your quests. You do your quests, you get experience. You get enough experience, and it unlocks these things here. You can also do your weekly quests to get those, and your monthly quests, and that just gives you more of this stuff. Then we have a hand with a present. You got your daily sign-in. You got your fortune treasure you can use to win these prizes on the wheel. You have the tavern. You can win stuff as well. Shows you what you can win. You can click on the eye and select different ones. If you wanted to switch to one of these ones, you can move it around and drop your little plinkle balls. Ruin blessings. It tells you to do certain tasks, and you can unlock these. These are used to trade with your friends. You can trade with your friends. Now, in addition to that, what it also lets you do is you can get companion frag selection boxes and stuff like that. If you want to spend money, you can use these ones over here and get fragments for these. If you proceed to 10, let's go back. You can click on a little present. You'd have to buy one. It's $1.99 a pull. Guaranteed 5. So you have to do 5 pulls to guarantee that you would get a top prize. Treasure hunt tokens. You can save these up. They don't expire. And you can use them to get either companions, or you can save them up for mounts, whatever, or whenever the wheels change. Yeah, gotcha tokens. I really enjoy these. I tell people what I do is I actually reset these often. If the odds change, I'll update you guys. And then you use your gotcha tokens. Typically, you like to wait for an event. Let's say you get something you don't like that. You can actually hit that wheel. Every day it resets for nothing, or you can pay island coins, which are pretty easy to get. and you can get different prizes on the wheels. I typically reset these often. It's kind of upset to pay that, but for those I don't need, but it happens. So whatever you want to do, this one you can do, reset it, buy another show, and then bam, and then it'll drop. Different spot, even though you use the same coin. Crystal shop, using the crystals, get cool stuff. I'm not going to go through all that. You guys can read. Rainbow shop, island supply. Make sure you collect these. You can get companion pieces, mount pieces. Need a little shop guy. If you do purchase, I recommend doing the monthly card for the crystals. They offer other ones as well. If you're looking for module pieces and you're willing to spend $9.99, this will give you 5 days. And then this right here, if it shows up, it's just deals. This right now, they got an island party. You do quests, you can get free stuff. Right up here, if you want to pay money, you don't actually have to pay money for this. If you go all the way through the top, you can still get this ultimate reward just by doing these challenges. If you pay $4.99, then you can get this other stuff on the bottom, which honestly, I don't think it's worth it unless you want to get 10 tickets. You have your Island Crusade, where you can get cool stuff right here for doing it. And then you also get points. You can go in here, you can trade those points in for tickets or fibers or refines, whatever you want to do. And we'll get some of them. There it gives you 200. So you can do that. Your daily sign in just for logging in, you get that every day. This one right here is your Island Adventure Souvenir Exchange. I always call it Souvenir Exchange. Anyways, you do stuff, your quests, and you do, what's that over here, the treasure digging. You do those where it asks you to do stuff and you do 3 a day. And then you go searching. So that gives you the stuff you need, the Adventure Silver coins. And you can get all these different stuff. You can also get these right here, these adventure coins, the gold ones, which you can trade in for other items, such as more lucky tickets or mount pieces or whatever you want. You guys can read that and go through it. Your adventure wheel, so there might always be 2 wheels. That's where you use your golden tickets. Boom. Go again. Anyways, if you find a mount you like, you want to go, you can save it for tickets. These tickets don't expire either. One more, why not? Alright, your treasure map, we talked about that. This way now is another event going on. Not going to get into it because the stuff isn't always the same. More shops. More shops. More shops. Right here, this is where you can get the silver coins, adventure coins, and the gold coins. You can spend a couple crystals to get the gold ones. But we get enough crystals for free if you just save them up. But you do different quests. This one I set in Ancient Training. This one I'll go to Arena. And you can get access to that stuff. Down here is your kind of activity overview. So as long as it's got these green arrow stuff, go through and just do them. Shows you when they're done. Got the numbers on the top. You can do all that kind of stuff. Recommended, and go through all those as well. Daily challenges, go through all those. This is also where you can get to the Lost Journey we talked about earlier. And by doing so, you get these little chests up here, which give you these endeavor points. You go to this little chest down here in the left-hand corner, and you can see you get more points for doing other things. So you go to a little basket, boom, you can redeem those points, slot machine tokens, pieces from mounts. You guys can read through it. Next one here is the Season Battlefield. If you want to do that, you can read through it. You've done it before. Apex is all the camps fighting against each other. This one, Island Conquest, is where you go in here and clicking on it, you take over tiles, you get points, you can trade those points in for more rewards. Now this one, Total Invasion, just means you invade people, you get in a scoreboard, you can win more rewards, certain prizes, stuff like that. So, the other thing here, if you do spend money, you become a patron. You go into the patron shop and you can buy different stuff with crystals. So that's kind of cool. Really important thing is just to read through everything, really. Upgrading these, that's from doing the boss rush. So if you're going to do boss rush, the first time, you get rewards. You get participation rewards. You get drops rewards. So what I would recommend is go to the highest one you can, enter and exit 3 times. You'll get the most participation rewards instead of doing this one and then the next one down. You get a little less. By doing it this way, entering and exiting 3 times, you'll get the max rewards. And then if you happen to have time to do another boss rush, you can try to get these dropped rewards as well. And all that was found in your activity overview. Also, if your camp has a little present here, it means you need a thumb. Give them some thumbs, collect some thumbs, get free stuff. You can select anything you want. That's what's great about being a camp. And then I think that kind of covers everything. We're gonna go back to the companions now. We talked about the assistance team. We didn't talk about the companion blessing gems. So we're down here. You got your 4 main companions, your combat team. You come down here, you got them there. Right? They get these little blessing stones, which you can improve with these. Right here it tells you when all of them are that. It's going to give you something here. I'm actually going to take that because that's got the firearm resistance. If I lock it, it costs more. I'm going to do that. I like that. Unlock that. Here, going like that. Nothing. And you can kind of just keep going until you find something you like. Alright, or I can lock it, guarantee. So that's what those are for. If you have a bunch, you can take them and you can just combine them together. These are level 1s. You would rank them. You'd add other ones that you have, extras, and you would upgrade it, and that would 1 would become a 2, 2 would become a 3, so on and so forth. It gives you attribute. Again, a little bit adds up. It adds up. And it shows you right here in this little checklist what it gives you for your companions, each companion, and what it gives you for a little boost for your stats. So that kind of does an overview of everything. Also, reminder, don't forget to do your bonfire camp and get camp contributions and other cool stuff. So click on everything, read everything. When in doubt, just click on it. It ain't gonna hurt. But if you are gonna do certain things, wait for like a cumulative or other type of event in order to get the most rewards and rankings. Alright, thank you, Spartans. This is the end of my tutorial. If you have any questions, as always, just ask.